YouTube, it is Red back in another video. So today's going to be a Spark delivery driving video. If you guys have not checked the title, this is how I made $2,000 using Spark delivery driving services, and I'm gonna listen tips for y'all. It's my channel, y'all. If you guys have not known, this is Red Hunteds back again with another video. I'm gonna be telling you how I made $2,000. I'll break down who can maximize your earnings, especially if you're thinking about signing up. To sign up to this platform, you definitely have to have insurance. So if you don't have insurance, if you don't have a valid ID, then I would not recommend using these services. Try to DoorDash and Instacart because you feel like it's not making enough. Definitely join Spark. It may be your new side hustle. So what is Spark delivery driving services, right? Spark is Walmart's delivery platform. It pays you to pick up orders from Walmart and Sam's Club. You deliver them to customers. And yes, I said Sam's Club. A lot of people don't realize that Spark is with Sam's Club. So you will get Sam's Club orders. You may even get Home Depot orders. Process is similar to Instacart and DoorDash. Often you get higher payouts compared to them to other platforms. Spark, they have expressive orders, which means rush deliveries, shop and delivery orders. They just added that, I think, to Spark like a year or two ago, where you can go inside the store, you shop for it, and then you just walk out. You literally do not have to do what Instacart, DoorDash do, where you gotta swipe your card and do all that shit. No, you literally walk out. You already paid for it. You just gotta get the item, which I feel like is way more easier than Instacart. You have curbside pickups, which is the main one that I do. So basically what you do is you just hop in your car, you drive to Walmart, you go to the pickup area, and then you unlock your trunk, and the Walmart delivery people, they come out of Walmart and they put all the stuff inside of your trunk, so you don't have to do all that shit. So then after that, you just go to the destinations and you drop off. Now don't get me wrong, you could have one order, you could have 5, you could have 20, okay? So make sure you guys check how many stops you're doing. Next one is return and packages. So some areas have them, some don't. Unfortunately, where I live at in Houston, Texas, they do not have returns and packages. So you cannot do that one, right? They also, I don't know if they still have it. I haven't seen it on Spark lately, but they had like a pickup one where basically you got to go inside the store and you go to where customer service is, and usually they have a cart full of items. And then Spark is one of the top paying ones. I would recommend doing that one. Yeah. With Spark, I would only do certain days, and I would only Spark for maybe like a couple hours. I might Spark for 6 hours or such and such, but I don't really go by hours. I go by orders. So if I do like two $40 orders from Spark, because Spark orders can go up to $100. You can get Spark orders for 5, 10, 15, 20, 40, 80, 100, shit like that, right? Mainly the ones that I would take was $40 orders. I would take like 20, 40, or $60 orders. So for me, I would do like 2 a day. The most I would do is 3, and that would hit me over $100 already. So you can definitely make some money off of this, especially if this is your side hustle or whatever, you know. But I would definitely recommend you stack this money with other apps like Instacart or Amazon Flex, you know. So yes, Spark can pay your bills, but it also depends on you and your market, where you live at, you know, where you're delivering to. Also, your work ethic depends on how fast you drive, if you know what you're doing, all that type of stuff. Tips for y'all out here that's trying to get into Spark is, 1, know your hot times. Morning 7 a.m. to 10 a.m. Evenings 4 to 7 p.m. Mondays and Fridays have the biggest volume. I'm not gonna lie, you're gonna get orders at the ass, and you're gonna get high paying orders, especially holidays. If the Walmart is open, I remember one time for Thanksgiving, I had picked up a $120 order before. Is to park strategically close to your preferred Walmart. If you are too far from that Walmart, you will miss orders. They will not be sent to you. And sitting in the parking lot, or even just being around the area, you know, driving around or whatever, will give you the best results. 3, accept high batches wisely. Finally, accept orders just because you see a $30 order, you know. Distance, the miles, items, if it's an apartment or a house, because I'm not gonna lie, with Spark, the customer service is horrible. So I would not recommend delivering to apartments. 4 is to multi-app smart. Spark is slow when you're not getting no orders. If it's been 30 minutes, an hour, 2 hours, whatever, make sure you go on other delivery driving apps. Otherwise, you're gonna get too bored, fall asleep, or you're gonna go home. You're gonna wanna go home. Next tip is to track your mileage for taxes. So a lot of people don't realize, but when you're a delivery driver, it does not matter with what platform. Delivery driver, period, you're an independent contractor, which means that you are going to have to pay taxes. Okay, so the IRS mileage deduction can save you thousands of tax time. 6 is to keep your car clean and tidy and organized, okay? tote bags, bins, organizers in your back seat. I would definitely recommend a tarp or like some type of blanket so if stuff spills in your car, it doesn't stink up your car, it doesn't mess up your car. Especially sharp items and stuff like that, you know, tearing up your car and stuff. On a wagon or a dolly for water, because some people order 5 cases of water, some people order 15. Tip is one everybody should know is to communicate with the customer. Let them know when you pick up the order, let them know when you're on the way. Increase your tip because customers feel like they can so-called quote unquote trust you. Number 1 is to check for hidden tips. Okay, Spark shows tips up front, but sometimes tips are adjusted after delivery if the customer changes. So sometimes your tips may not even be whatever it was. Like for example, I did one and I think the tip was $7. They took the tip back. Okay, so they do tip bait on every single platform. This is not just Instacart, DoorDash. They tip bait on a lot of them. Sometimes the tip may even be higher than what the order was when you first picked it up. To avoid burnout, I would not recommend doing Spark all day because you're going to be drained, especially because I'm not going to lie, it's going to be rare that you pick up 1 item. It's going to be rare that you even pick up 5. You're more than likely going to pick up 30 or above. So you are going to be burnt out if you're constantly in the car just sitting there. You're going to get tired. Like I said, you're going to get annoyed and you're going to want to go home. Or you're going to be working so much on your feet, hopping in the car, on your feet, hopping in the car, on your feet, hopping in the car. You're going to be tired. You're going to be annoyed. You're going to be agitated. You know, make sure you take breaks, eat, hydrate yourself, stretch, you know. I try to pop some of my muscles and stuff like that, my back and stuff, because delivery driving is physical work, and that's why a lot of people can't do it. I feel like a lot of people will try to jump into this field for one day or maybe a couple hours, or they'll think that they want to do it and then they realize how much work is really put into it. If you cannot get out of a car every 5 seconds, if you cannot hop in the car and hop back out, hop in the car and hop back out, if you cannot rush to deliver stuff, if you can't even carry a case of water by yourself, or a matter of fact 2, I would not recommend delivery driving. Because some of y'all are girly girls, y'all got fake nails, y'all like y'all wigs and stuff like that. That is not going to work with delivery driving. I'm not going to lie. You're going to bust your nail or you're going to bust your finger. You might fall. You might trip and fall. You're going to fuck up your nice clean shoes. They're going to be dirty. Okay, if you're wearing a wig or your hair just got done, I'm not gonna lie, trying to look cute while you're delivery driving, it's not the key, because you're gonna be sweating, it's gonna be raining, and it's gonna be snowing. Nobody gives a fuck because you're a delivery driver. You being pretty or you being not pretty does not determine your tips as well. People don't give a fuck. People want they order, they don't give a fuck who's delivering it, okay? Now we're gonna speak about the pros and the cons like we do on every fucking video, right, of Spark Delivery. The pros is that it gives higher pay compared to DoorDash and Instacart. The pro is no shopping for curbside pickup, so I don't gotta go in the store. You don't gotta stop out your car to pick up orders. All I do is drive up there, they put the order in my trunk, and I go. So that's, I'm not gonna lie, that's very fast, slick, and easy. Another good tip or another good pro is your tips are usually good on Spark. With Spark Delivery, it's so many different types of orders you can get. You can get groceries, you can get furniture, you can get speakers, you can get an iPad, an iPhone, you can get a bunch of different things. Same with Sam's Club. You don't know what is going to be happening with Sam's Club. It don't have to be just food. I've even seen somebody take a TV before. So people thinking you doing Spark Delivery and stuff is just food. It's not. So remember that as well. You might even be delivering clothes. Cons with Spark Delivery is that the waiting times if orders are delayed. I'm not gonna lie, if you go inside of a Walmart and you're trying to shop and deliver, if it's too packed in there, you're going to hate that. You know, if you're doing curbside pickup where you gotta pull up and park in a spot and you're waiting for the Walmart associate to come out and put it in your car, it might take 30 minutes. I'm not gonna lie, I sat there 30 minutes one time while I was waiting for them to come out with my order. Another con is that the app glitches a lot. Like crazy. And I would say another con is customer support. Their customer support, you could tell it's not in the US. Sometimes they don't pick up the phone. Sometimes it could take you 5 to 10 minutes to reach a person to talk to on the phone. They don't understand. Some of them are kind of rude. It's a lot to it. And that's another con I would say too, compared to other delivery driving services, is that when you are there to deliver for the customer and stuff, I think a lot of people don't go back on the app, because when you text the customer off of Spark or you call them, I never had people pick up. I never had people reply to my message or pick up the phone. So I don't know, that's like the only delivery driver app where you literally could not reach the customer most of the time. So be wary about that as well. That's the only thing I would say. Now, another thing is people would think is Spark Delivery worth it, right? So in my opinion, Spark is worth it. But like I said, it depends on if you want flexible money, if you want to make over $500 a week, and if you want a side hustle you can control. If you are consistent with it and you're professional with it and you plan your routes smart, then you can make some good money off of this, okay? But if you are realizing that you're not making no money off of it, it's probably because it's not meant for you, or maybe you're not thinking more strategically with your delivery driving journey. That's it for the video, y'all. Let me know down in the comments if you guys ever tried Spark Delivery and how was it, or if you guys have any questions on signing up, let me know down below and I'll be happy to reply to y'all in the comments. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, y'all.